Hello, I'm Tony Nichols and I'm the Federal Programs Director at Nicholas County Schools, and we'd like to thank SCTV and Chantel for broadcasting several of our video lessons for our students. We're hoping to reach out to students who might have issues with internet, and the upcoming sessions you're going to see are all about writing, handwriting, and also some creative writing. But I wanted to share with you some things about writing that might help you when you're working with your child at home. First of all, just like reading, we should do writing every day. Some type of writing every day. We also need to know that writing is very connected to reading. There's an old saying that if you can write it, then you can read it. When you're working with your child, you want to make sure that you teach them the proper pencil grip, and you want to support them, and you want to monitor them so that they're using an appropriate grip. Number 4 is very important. When students are learning to write their letters, they need to learn how to write the letter in steps, and they need to repeat those steps the same way every time they write the letter. Sometimes students have difficulty remembering where to start the letter or how to end the letter. But always watch your child when they're writing and make sure that they write the letter the same way each time. Number 5 is important. We get a lot of questions about that. Once a child's determined what their dominant hand is, make sure they use that hand. Don't encourage them or force them to switch from their non-dominant hand. Number 6 is also really important when you're working with your student at home or your child at home on writing. You want to make sure that the child is sitting beside of you, not across the table from you. If they're sitting across the table from you and you're writing, then they're going to see everything backwards. And sometimes you might wonder, why is my child writing backwards? Well, it may simply just be because they've observed you writing from across the table. Number 7, just to make writing really interesting, use multiple writing tools, use different kinds of writing paper. If you want actual handwriting paper, you can always download it from the internet. And also on your iPhones and your iPads, if you'll do an app search, there are all kinds of really nice apps for teaching kids how to write letters appropriately. And number 10, practice, practice, practice. So we hope these writing sessions will be very helpful to you while you're working with your child at home.
Hi boys and girls, my name is Mrs. Cox and I teach kindergarten at Glade Creek Elementary. And I'm going to be working with handwriting today. And I have brought my friend Miss H, who teaches kindergarten at Cherry River Elementary, to help me. So I'm going to make an uppercase letter and a lowercase letter. And then Miss H is going to show you a picture that goes with each letter. She'll pick one or the other. We're not going to do them all. So the first letter of the alphabet obviously is A, so we're going to start with uppercase A. When I do uppercase A, I'm going to start at the top and I'm going to slant down. I'm going to pick my pencil back up and go back to the top. Then I'm going to slant down to the right. Then I'm going to go across in the middle. That's an uppercase A. Now we're going to do our lowercase a. Lowercase a, it's a small letter, so it's going to be short. So it's going to be a circle, and then we're going to make a stick on the right. And that's our upper and our lowercase a. Now Miss H is going to show you a picture.
Okay, so the first thing you want to do is get a different color than the black so that your letter stands out. The first thing you're going to do, we're going to make an X for the A sound, ah. So the first thing you want to do is connect the bottom of the A. And then you make your little blade here. And you make the tip of the axe handle. And then you just bring it back around.
Okay, the next letter is the B. So when we do an uppercase B, we start at the top and we just go straight down, come back up, and we do one curve and another curve. Now the lowercase b It's also a tall letter. So we're going to start at the top line. Well, if I had lines, we would start at the top line and we go straight down all the way to the bottom. Now I don't pick my pencil up here. I just go straight back up on that same line and curve around.
Okay, so for the B, we're going to make a B. So first thing you do is draw your antennas. And you draw your body, the wings, and the stinger, and then you can just put some stripes. And the last thing you want to do is a little happy face.
Okay, boys and girls, our next letter we're going to make is an upper and lowercase C. So when you do an uppercase C, it's going to be tall, but you're going to, if there was a line, you'd have to come a little bit down below it, the top line to start, and you just go up and make one big curve. And lowercase c looks exactly the same, except it's small. So you would do the same thing, except pretend if there was like a dotted line here, you come a little below it, you go up and then make one big curve.
And the perfect picture for the letter C would be cloud. So you just take it and just make little squigglies to make a cloud.
Okay, the next letter is D. So when we do uppercase D, we start at the top and we come straight down. We pick our pencil up and go back up to the top. And we make one big curve all the way to the bottom. Lowercase d, it's a tall letter, but we start with our circle first, which is a small letter. And then you go back to the top line and go straight down.
And for D, the first thing I think of is a dog. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to make an ear here and an ear on the other side. You make a nose. And there you go.
Okay, our next letter is E. So when we do an uppercase E, we're going to start at the top. We're going to pull straight down. We'll go back up to the top line and we'll go slide to the right. We'll go into the middle, slide to the right again, and to the bottom, and slide to the right. When we do lowercase e, we're going to, it's a small letter, so we're going to go slide right and then curve back around.
And for the letter E, we're going to make an eyeball. So you take a color, make a little circle type thing, so it can make a circle. And of course you need some eyelashes. And there you have an eyeball.
Okay, our next letter is F. So uppercase F, it's kind of almost like the uppercase E. You're going to start at the top, go straight down, go back up to the top and slide to the right once, and then to the middle and slide to the right, but then we stop right there for the uppercase F. Lowercase f, it's a tall letter, so you come, if there was a line, you come a little bit below it, and then you go up to the top line, curve up to the top line, and then go straight down to the bottom, and go to the middle, and slide across.
For F, we're going to make a fork. So the first thing you're going to do is draw your little fork prongs at the top. And you'll have to do one at the bottom. And then you draw your handle. And there you have a fork.
Okay, our next letter is G. So our uppercase G, we start at the top. We're going to curve all the way around, kind of like a C, but we're going to keep going until we get up to the middle here. Then we're going to slide into the left a little bit. We do a lowercase g. It's going to be a small letter. We're going to start with a circle. Now, we're going to come back up to the top, or to the top of the circle to make our line. Now, when we do a lowercase g, we're going to go down, but we're going to keep going down below, if there was a line here, the line, and curve around. And G has what we would call a tail, because it comes below the line.
So for G, I want to make a gift. So I'm going to take the lowercase g here, and I'm going to make little ribbons. I'll go over the big G for a little bit. And you're going to box it in. And then you're just gonna make little fancy bows. There's your gift.
Okay, next we have H, uppercase H. We're gonna start at the top and go straight down. Pick up and go back up to the top again. Go straight all the way down again, and then cross in the middle. Lowercase h is also a tall letter, so we'll start at the top for it. Go straight down, and we're not gonna pick our pencil up. We're gonna go straight back up that same line, and then curve back down.
So for H, I want to make a house. So I'm going to use the uppercase H. I'm going to close in the top and the bottom. I'm going to draw a door. I'll draw some windows up top. I'm going to draw a roof. And you can always draw some bushes out front, and a tree in the yard, just to make it your own.
Okay, our next letter is I. So we do an uppercase I. I'm going to start at the top and go straight down. I'm going to come back up to the top, and I'm going to cross at the top, go back down to the bottom, and cross at the bottom. I made that a little big, but that's okay. Don't make it that big. For lowercase, I'm going to start at the, if there were a line, a middle line, it's a short letter. I'm going to go straight down, bring my pencil back up, and give it a little dot.
Okay, so for I, I'm going to make an instrument. So I'm like a drum here. So I'm going to make almost a rectangle shape. I'm going to close it in. And then you can just make designs on your drum however you want to your instrument. And then at the top, you always need a good pair of drumsticks.
Okay, our next letter is J. So when we do uppercase J, we'll start at the top, and we'll go straight down to the bottom and make a curve back up. Now, with an uppercase J, you could do it two ways. You could leave it like this, or you can come back up to the top and cross the top like that. Lowercase j, we're going to start down here, and we're going to come, this one also has a tail like the lowercase g did. So when we make our lowercase j, we're going to go down and keep on going down. If there was a line there below it, curve up, and then come back and give it a dot.
Okay, so for J, I'm going to make a jug. So the top of your J will be the handle, and then you'll just bring the bottom of your J, the tail, up to the top. Give yourself a little spout, and then you can make some designs on it however you want to. And there's your jug.
Okay, our next letter is K. So when we do an uppercase K, start at the top, we'll go pull straight down. We're going to pick our pencil up and go back up to the top, and we're going to slant in and then slant back out to the bottom. Lowercase k is also a tall letter, so we'll start at the top and pull straight down. Now, you're going to kind of do like you do for the uppercase, but you're going to go just about to the middle line. You're going to slant in and then slant back out.
Okay, so for K, I think of kites. So I'm going to make a kite with my uppercase. So the first thing you want to do is make diamond shapes. And then you make a little cross line through each of them. And you need some ribbon to go with them. And then you make little bows. And there's your kite.
Okay, our next letter is L. So we're going to do uppercase L. We're going to start at the top and pull straight down all the way, and then just slide across. Lowercase L, it's very easy. You just go right back up to the top line, you just pull straight down, and there you have it.
Okay, so for L, I'm going to do a letter, like something that you would mail to somebody. So all you need to do is make this lowercase L a rectangle shape. And this would be a great idea to learn your address as well, which goes up in this corner. The person you're sending it to, his address goes here. And then up here in the right-hand corner, you put a stamp. And there's your letter.
Okay, our next letter is M. So we're going to do an uppercase M. We're going to start at the top, and we're going to pull straight down. Come back up to the top, and you're going to slant down, slant up, then come straight back down again. Lowercase m, it's a small letter, so we'll start about the middle. We'll pull straight down, but don't pick your pencil up. You're going to leave it and come straight back up that same line, up to the top. And do one curve and down, come straight back up again, and do a second curve and straight down.
So for M, I'm going to draw a mushroom using the uppercase M. So the first thing you want to do is you want to draw like a halo in the top. Put some dots all around it. And then at the bottom, you'll draw the dirt. And there's your mushroom.
Okay, our next letter is uppercase N. So it's kind of like the M. We're going to start at the top and pull straight down. Come back up to the top. We're going to slant down, and then we're going to come straight back up there this time. Lowercase n is almost exactly like the lowercase m, except we only do one of the curves. So we're going to start, pull straight down. Don't pick your pencil up though. Come straight back up, curve around, and straight down.
So for N, I think of musical note. So I'm going to close this in on the bottom. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to bring it right back down. And then you can color it in if you want to.
Okay, the next letter is O, uppercase O. Start at the top and you just come all the way around, back up to the top where you started. Lowercase o, same thing, but just make it a little smaller. Start at the middle, at the top, circle all the way back around, and connect.
So for O, I'm going to draw an octopus. So the first thing you do is draw a little face on him, and a smiley face because he's always happy. And I know octopus have 8 legs, but I'm only going to draw a couple. And there's your octopus.
Okay, our next letter is P. Uppercase P, start at the top and pull straight down to the bottom. Come back up to the top and curve around and back into the middle there. Lowercase p, we're going to start at the middle here, middle line. We go straight down. Now lowercase p also has what we call a tail. So we'll go down, we'll go straight down all the way down below that bottom line if it were there. Don't pick your pencil up. Then go straight back up that same line to the top and then curve around like that.
Okay, so for the P, I'm going to draw a pencil. So the first thing I'm going to do is make this look the same. And then you're going to draw your point of your pencil. And you always have to have good sharp lead. And then you just extend as far as you want to go. If you want a sharp or a long pencil, you can. If you want a short pencil, that's fine too. And then you draw your eraser. And there you go.
Okay, the next letter is Q, uppercase Q. We're going to start and we're going to make circle around like our letter O. Looks just like our O, except with the uppercase Q, we want to come down here and a little line. Lowercase q, we're going to start out with a circle. And we're going to, now this one also has a tail, so we're going to make sure we go down below the line. So we'll come straight down below the line, and then we're going to curve up a little bit. Now sometimes you also might see a lowercase q, that when you come down below the line, instead of curving, it'll go straight. And either one of those is okay.
So for the Q, I'm going to draw a queen. The first thing you want to do is bring this line up. You're going to draw a smiley face. Draw some hair on this side. And then you're going to draw her crown. And there's your queen.
Okay, next one we have is R. It's uppercase R. We're going to start and pull straight down. Come back up to the top. And curve around. It kind of looks like an uppercase P, except we have to do one more thing. When we stop right here, then we want to come slant down to the bottom. Lowercase R. we're going to pull straight down. Don't pick the pencil up. Go straight back up that same line to the top and then just give it a little curve.
Okay, so for R, I'm going to do a rabbit. So the first thing I'm going to do are draw his ears. I'm going to draw his eyes, give him a nose, some whiskers, his little feet, and a little bunny tail. And there's your rabbit.
Okay, the next letter is S. Uppercase F's, we're going to start at the top and we're going to curve up and then curve down, come forward and back around. Lowercase S is the exact same way except it's smaller. So just start, curve up, curve forward, and curve back around.
Okay, so for S, I'm going to make a snowman. So the first thing you want to do is close in your S. And then you just add another snowball at the bottom. You give him a face. You can give him a scarf. Give him his little buttons. And of course he needs arms. And a hat. And there's your snowman.
Okay, next we're going to do T. Uppercase T, we're going to start and pull straight down to the bottom. Go back up to the top and cross. Lowercase t is a tall letter, so we want to make sure we start at the top for it. Pull straight down to the bottom and go back up, and this time we're just going to give a cross in the middle.
So for T, I'm going to make a television or a TV. We're going to make a big screen TV. Here's your screen. I'm going to draw a tree on it. And then over here are your channels. Or your buttons, rather. And there's your television.
Okay, our next letter is U. So uppercase U, we're going to start at the top and we're going to pull straight down. Now when we get down to the bottom though, we're going to curve up and then straight back up to the top. Lowercase u, we're going to start, it's a small letter, so we'll start. Same thing as the uppercase. Curve down and come back up. Now when we get back up to the top though, we're going to stop. We're not going to pick our pencil up, we're going to go straight back down over that same line.
Okay, so for you, I'm going to make an umbrella. So I'm going to continue her little motion here. And then just bring it around. And then you make your hook. And there's your umbrella.
All right, our next letter is V. Uppercase V, we'll start at the top. Now this one we're going to slant all the way down to the bottom and then just slant right back up to the top. Lowercase v looks exactly the same except it's smaller. So we'll start at the middle and we'll slant down to the bottom and then slant back up.
Okay, so for V, I'm going to make a Valentine heart. So this one's pretty simple. You just make a heart. And then if you want to, you can draw an arrow through. And there's your Valentine heart.
Okay, next we're going to do W. Uppercase W, we're going to start at the top. Now we're going to slant down. Then we're going to slant all the way back up to the top again. Then slant all the way back down. And then slant all the way back up to the top one more time. Lowercase w looks just the same except it's smaller. So we'll start at the middle and slant down, slant up, slant down, and slant back up.
So for the uppercase W, I'm going to make a worm. So all you have to do is just curve this top. And then you just kind of trace the W a little bit. And then you can put lines on them to make them look more real. And there's your worm.
Okay, next letter is X. So we do our uppercase X. We're going to start at the top. We're going to slant all the way down to the bottom. We'll come back up. Now on this one, we're going to slant down to the left and we're going to crisscross in the middle to make your uppercase X. Lowercase x looks the same except smaller. You'll slant down to the right with the first one, come back up, and when you slant down to the left and crisscross in the middle.
Okay, so X is for X marks the spot. So we're going to go on a treasure hunt really quick. So the first thing you're going to do is you're just going to start at the tree. And then you're going to go to the house. And you have to follow the path to the pile of stones. And then you will find your treasure. And there's X marks the spot.
All right, our next letter is Y. So uppercase Y, we're going to start at the top. We're going to slant down, but we're not going to go all the way to the bottom. We're going to stop at the middle, then slant back up. Then we're going to come down here to the bottom where they meet. And we're going to pull straight down and give it a stick. Lowercase y has a tail. When we make it, we're going to slant to the right. Then pick your pencil up, go back up to the top. And you're going to slant down to the left, but you're going to keep going down below the line to make sure it has its tail.
Okay, so for Y, I'm going to make a yo-yo. So you want to connect the two lines at the top. Extend your line a little bit. Make a circle within a circle. And there's your yo-yo.
Okay, now we are to our final letter, and that is Z. So we do a Z, we're going to start at the top, and we're going to slide to the right, slant down to the left, and all the way to the bottom, and then slide to the right again. Lowercase z looks exactly the same, but smaller. So we'll start at the middle and slide to the right, slant down to the left, slide to the right again.
Okay, so for Z, I'm going to make a zipper. So the first thing you want to do is make a line connecting that. And then you go over here. And then you extend. You make your little teeth, but you haven't connected yet. And then as soon as it's connected, it all goes together. And there's your zipper.
Okay, boys and girls, now that we have written all of the letters, let's go through and I want you to say them with me one time. Ready? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So now, boys and girls, now that you know how to properly make your letters when you're doing your daily journal writing, you can make your letters. Sometimes maybe you want to add a picture to your letter now. And then after you do that, if you would like, you could have mom and dad help you, or if you can do it yourself, you could add the word that names the picture. And then you could even take it one more good step and write a sentence using that word. All right, boys and girls, I want you to stay safe. I hope you enjoyed this and have a good weekend.